Hi, today you are going to make a bead lizard. This is for if you have everything else done. If there's anything else that you need to get done, make sure you check Google Classroom, check your Power School, do all of that first. Everything else is more important than this little lizard. So I'm going to show you how to get started on the gecko, or the lizard. The first thing you have to do is sanitize your hands. I've got several bottles of hand sanitizer throughout the room. I want you to sanitize your hands frequently. So if you're going to use the Sharpie, make sure you sanitize your hands first. When you get your beads, make sure you sanitize your hands first. It's very, very important. So before you get started, you need a piece of paper and a Ziploc baggie. These are on the supply table at the front of the room. So you'll grab one of these and a baggie. You'll need a Sharpie to write your name. I want you to write your name and period. The Sharpie is going to stay on the demonstration table. Don't take it back to your seat with you. Leave it on the demonstration table. Stick your name tag inside your bag. Next, you need the instruction sheet. The instruction sheet has a key on it right here. This key is going to tell you how many of each color you need. The thing is, it says 38 green beads. Well, it'll turn out like this if you use 38 green beads, which is great, but not everybody's going to be able to use 38 green beads. So choose whatever color you want for your main color. It doesn't have to be green. It could be one of the other colors. So whatever color you like best, that's what you're going to use for your main color. You're going to count out your colors and put them inside your bag. I've already counted out some colors. And so all I need to do is just add my name tag to it. So you're going to end up with a bag with your colors. I'm also going to attach a copy of this sheet to your Google Classroom so that not only do you have the video, but you also have the color code and the instructions that you can refer to. And then you won't have to use another piece of paper. You can just simply use the paper that's in your Google Classroom. So we've got a bag, our name on a piece of paper, and we've got all of our beads. And like I said, you can choose any color you want to. You don't have to choose green. You can choose a different color. Next, you need to get a piece of string. There's a box of cotton string at the supply table, and you just need to pull out a piece that is the length of your body. So you're going to get a piece of string that goes from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. And then there are scissors at the demonstration table. You're going to use those scissors to cut it. Make sure you sanitize your hands before you touch the scissors, and feel free to sanitize your hands after as well. There are 4 bottles of hand sanitizer at the supply table. I'm going to show you how to read the directions, and I'm going to show you how to start the nose, and I'm going to walk you through the head and the arm. If you get that far, you should be able to do the rest of it by yourself. So I'm just going to put this little guy aside, and I'm going to get started. I'm going to start with a different color just to show you that you can use different colors. So I'm going to leave my name tag in here. I don't want to take it out, and I don't want to pour my beads out all over the table, because if they fall on the floor, you got to crawl around on the floor and pick them all up. So on the instructions, you're going to start with your main color. So you just take your string, and that main color that you chose 38 of, the main color, you're going to grab one of those for the gecko's nose. stick it on the string. You don't need a needle. These beads are gigantic, so you'll be able to thread it very easily without a needle. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your eye color. So the one where you chose 2, you'll pull those out. I chose 2 black for my eye color. And so you just stick those on. So I've got blue, black, black. And then you want to put the 2 black ones side by side, and you want to put the blue one with a little bit of a gap between the black and the blue. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the string that is coming out of the blue. So I'm going to take the string that's coming out of the blue, which is right here, and I'm going to go through these 2 black ones. So this is the first row. That one just stays normal. But next I'm ready for the second row, which is the 2 eyes. So I've got the nose, and then I've got the 2 eyes. So you can see that the eyes have a string that's going through this way. So I'm going to take the opposite string and I'm going to go through that way. So I'm just threading that through. So you can see that I've got my beads here, and then I've got a string going this way and a string going this way. Next, I'm going to grab the 2 ends and I'm going to pull them like this. You should end up with a little triangle. And now you have to put these beads in the very center. You want the strings on this side and the strings on this side to be the same length. So the way you do that is you take the 2 ends and you put them side by side, pinch them in your fingers, and then you hold on to the nose and you pull. And that should center it out for you. So now my beads are in the very center, and I've got the same amount of string on this side that I have on this side. So next I'm gonna line it up, separate my 2 strings. I've got my nose and then my eyes. And then if I look at the pattern, I can see 3 beads for the head. So those 3 beads are my main color. You can see this little guy. We've got his nose, his eyes, and then 3 beads for his head. So I'm going to grab blue, just 3 blue, and I'm going to stick them on one of my strings. And it doesn't matter which string I put them on. Just going to grab one of my strings and put my next row on, which is going to be just 3 blue. So you can see that I put them on this string, and this string is going through this way. So now I have to grab this string and I have to go through that way and then pull the strings. So I'm going to grab this one, the opposite string, and stick it through. And then I'm going to grab a hold of this string and a hold of this string, and I'm going to pull. So you can see that I have the 3rd row on. So now I just look at my guide. I'm ready for 2 blue. So I'm just grabbing 2 blue out of my bag. Keep in mind, I'm going to keep all of my beads inside the bag until I'm ready for them. If I'm not careful, they end up on the floor. So keep your beads inside the bag. Only pull them out when you're ready to use them. So I've got my 2 beads on this string. So I'm going to grab this opposite string and I'm going to go through the opposite direction. One string goes that way, the other goes this way, and then you pull. So now I grab this end, oops, and this end, and I pull it. All right, so I just finished this row, got these two on. Now I'm ready for an arm. This sometimes throws kids off. Other times they just fly right through it. They look at the directions because this explains how to do the arm. If you look right here, you can see that you put on 3 of your main color and then 2 of your secondary color, or color B. So I'm going to grab 2 of my A colors, which is blue. Actually 3. Put on 3. So I've got 3 blue. If you drop a bead, I need you to pick it up. Okay, so I've got my 3 main color. Now I need 3 yellow. My hands here are orange, but on this one they're going to be yellow. You can mix up your colors. So on the same string, you're putting on blue, 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 yellow, 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 or A, 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 B, B, B. So, got my arm started. You have to start with 3 of the body color and then 3 of the hand color. You're then going to take the same string. I'm using the same string that just went through. Now I'm going to bypass the yellow and I'm going to go back through the blue. The directions over here will show you exactly what to do. So now I'm bypassing the yellow and I'm going through the blue. You're going to hold on to the end of the string, grab a hold of the middle toe, and pull it. And that will scrunch all of your beads together. And then you have your little tiny hand. I'll do the same thing over here. So I need blue, 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 and then yellow, yellow, yellow. Remember, you can choose your colors. They don't have to match mine. So I've got blue, 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 yellow, yellow, yellow. I'm going to put a gap between the 2 colors. I'm going to take the same string. This is the string that just came out. And I'm going to bypass the yellow and go through the blue. I'm going to go toward the body through the blue. And then you're going to grab this string, grab the middle toe, and squish it all together. So he's got his 2 hands. Now you're just ready to follow the pattern. So next I have 2 blue. Then after that I have 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 blue. I just continue till I get down here, then I do the legs, just like I did the arms. And then for the tail, just one at a time, you put on a bead, go through both directions. Put on a bead, go through both directions. When you get to the very end, to keep your beads from falling off, to keep your knot from coming untied, you're going to tie a water balloon knot on here. So you'll just make sure it's all squished on there nice and tight. And then you'll wrap the strings around your 2 fingers like this. So you have a little loop. And then you take the 2 ends and go through the loop like this. And then try to get your knot to land as close to the end of the project as possible. Before your knot is tight, you can kind of move the knot around and try to get it in the right spot. So that's how to keep your beads from falling off when you get done. Then you'll have a little lizard or gecko that you can hang on your computer bag or your backpack or in your locker. So that's it. Good luck. If you don't get done today, you'll just gather up all of your stuff, put it inside your bag. Make sure your name is showing, easy to read. Zip it up so that nothing falls out. And then put this in your period box under the clock. If you don't get done, you can finish it during your next class period. Thank you.